Okay, Gene, so now we're going to start working on the blog. So even if you have your mail program open, it doesn't matter. You'll see the dock down at the bottom here. So go to Safari, click on that, and it'll bring open the Safari web page. Go to the bookmark that we've created. Mine is just Gmail, but I think yours says Inbox Eugene Ray. So just click on that, and it will take you to the sign-on page for your Gmail account. And again, yours is the Eugene Ray 1932, and your password is the Radiant 1932. But since I'm logging onto my account, I'm going to put my account name. And then if I hit the return button, it brings the cursor into the password box. So I type my password. Go to sign on. And then there's my mail. So I don't need to do anything with the mail. But the blog account that we're going to do exists within the whole Google system. So what we're going to do, right now we're in Gmail, but now we're going to go to this little icon up here that says More, and then you hover over this little down arrow, click on it, and it brings this menu up. And so just scroll down until you hit Blogger and click on that. So these are all just, you're just going to click and release. Now again, it's going to look slightly different because you have, at the very top you have Eugene Ray Architect, and then you have the other ones. This is another blog I have. So all you need to do is go to the top one, Eugene Ray Architect, and then click on that. And that's going to bring you to something that looks like this. Again, you're probably not going to see any of this stuff because you're not the administrator. But you will see this thing that says New Post. So what you want to do is when you come to this page, hover over this icon, click New Post, and this is where you're going to start writing. So this page is where you format your text and your images. So we have this line here that's the post title. So once you get the cursor there, just click, and that starts the cursor, and then start typing. I'm just going to call this sample blog. Okay. Once you've got that, then just with your mouse bring the cursor here and then click anywhere in this. It's hard to see, but there is a a box here. So click in there, and that's where you're going to start writing. Once the cursor is blinking on and off, then you need to go over to this icon right here. It's the alignment icon. And because we want to center justify everything, click on the little down arrow and go to the second icon down, which says Align Center. Alright? Now, again, you don't need to eyeball any centering. So as you start typing, it's going to automatically center. So I'm going to, center. And then I hit the return button. Hit the return button. Again, and then you can put your little cone hats here, hit return. So that would be your introduction. Now you're ready to set some images in, and this is where we're going to go to iPhoto to load the images in. So I like giving a little bit of space between the images and the last text, so I hit return. You keep hitting return, it'll go all the way down. What I'll do now is you're going to take your mouse and you're going to go until you get to the arrow hits this icon. It looks like a little image, And in fact, when you hover for a while, it says insert image. So click on that, and then you're going to get this little thing that says choose file. You click on that. Now, I've been working on my desktop, so this is what comes up. You know, it depends on what you're working on. You know, maybe the iPhoto will come up right away, but since I've been working on my desktop, I need to go down to where it says media and then under photos. I'm going to click on that. And what happens is I get here's what I have in the iPhotos. I don't have a lot of stuff in there. In order to find the last ones, and there's several ways you can do that. You can see that they're in here, so you could certainly pick them from that. But if you wanted to isolate them, click this, see the little arrow right here next to the iPhoto. Click this, and it brings another down arrow, and go to last import. Click on that. And there it isolates the images. Okay? So now what I want to do is I want to load all of these images up at once, just to make it easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first image, and then I'm going to hold the Shift key on the keyboard. So I'm holding it down, and then I'm going to bring the arrow over to the last image, and I'm going to click, and it selects all of them. Lift up on the Shift key, and then hit Open. And you can see then it starts filling them up. Depending on how large they are, it may take a little bit more time, a little less. Okay, so they're all there. If you wanted to put them all in there, you would hit Add Selected, but we don't want to do that. So I know this seems a little bit weird, but what you're going to do is you're going to hit Cancel. And it takes you back to what you were writing. So in order to get the cursor there, I had to bring the cursor and click again. Now we're going to bring the images in one by one. So what's nice is now they're basically loaded, kind of on deck, if you will, ready to put into the block. So again, I go to this insert image, and there they all are. And then I would select one, that would be my first one, and then add selected. And you can see that it comes in not very large. So again, move the cursor over and it turns into this, see how it changes? It goes from the cursor to this little sign. When it does that, again, click on your mouse just once, and then you get a choice of how big you want these, right? And you can see that it's centered, and that's what we want. We can pick anything. What I've been doing, it comes in as medium, but you can see when it's blue, it gives you different. If I hit small, you see it's too small. So I'll select large, all right? And then in order to save it there, just scroll off the side there and then just click your mouse again. To start typing, just bring the cursor down and click. And again, I'm going to hit return to give myself a little bit of space. And then I'll write something about this image. Keep hitting return. Okay. Now I'm ready for the next image. So then what I do is I go back up to the little insert image, click on that, and it brings all the files up again. So now my next one is going to be this. So I select it, and then I hit add. And you see when you select it, you get this blue box around there. Then hit add selected. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down, and again, it's smaller than I want, so I'm going to bring the cursor over to the top of the image, click on it, then select large. And then scroll over, click, come down, and then start typing. Okay, now I basically have the blog completely formatted with my text and my images. That means I'm ready to publish it. So all I have to do now is scroll over to this little sign that says publish. So I hit publish, and you're going to get this thing that says share on Google. We don't want to do that, so just hit cancel. And then you'll see now the sample blog is at the top. I had done another one here. So let's say I want to see what this looks like. I hit view, and then it takes me to, and you can see that I must have been working on it and then didn't want to do that. So again, what's going to happen, and this again looks different because of your browser, you're going to see these little tabs of where you've been. So to go back, you see this is highlighted. Now we're actually on the website. To go back, click on this little tab that says Blogger, and this will bring you back. Let's say you make one and you didn't like it, or let's say you're messing around and it didn't work. Just click on it and then hit delete, and it'll ask you, are you sure you want to delete it, and just hit OK, and it gets rid of it. Okay, now here's the one that we just did. So I want to see what it looks like on the blog, so I'm going to go view blog, and there it is. And I like to do this before I send out an email to tell people that it's done. I like to review it and make sure that it looks correct. If for some reason it doesn't look correct, or let's say I've misspelled something, or I said, oh, I've needed to add some more information, just go back to this tab here, and then you can click on it, but you can see that so if you click on it, then go to this little tab that says edit, and now it will bring you back to your the post you've been working on, and you go, oh, I really meant to say I don't like the return button. You make any edits that you want, and then once you've done that, you go back to this icon which originally said publish, but it's published. We're just going to update it. So hit update, and you won't get that little message about do you want to share, because you've already said that you don't want to. All right. Okay. So that's basically it. You're done.